Mm. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. It has been a minute since I actually have posted. I've been creating videos, but I have not had the urgency or just felt like I needed to post. I felt like I needed to focus. So I took some time out to myself. As you guys know, if you have been with me, subscribe to my channel or following me and supporting me, as you guys know, I have been gone for about a month, maybe a month and a half. Not fully. I have been using YouTube Lives to talk about whatever it is that I want people to know, to help people to get started with things. I told y'all I've gotten myself into digital marketing. I am still on that journey, y'all. That's exactly why I took that month and a half break. I took that break because I really needed that break. I needed to focus. Like I told y'all, I started this journey back in September of 2024. And y'all, I thought it was just going to be an easy, creating a bunch of posts and going from there. And as long as I created these posts, I was going to be all right. But that is far from the truth, y'all. That is so far from the truth. It's not even funny. And if y'all hear these fans up in here, it's way too hot to not have your fans on. I'm still in this dinosaur. I don't know how I feel about the big vehicles. They do have AC in them, but they say that they are a lot of hassle. You got to jump in and out of them, and my body just can't do all that. So hopefully we get some of the I don't know if you guys seen any of the models, some of the recent models before they actually started coming out, but they had a model that looked very similar to the postal service truck that we have right now, but it's just all white, and it has like more areas to where you can like line up your trays. I mean, it's so much more sufficient than the duck truck. I really don't know why we ended up with the duck trucks instead of the ones that are similar to what we already have, because I would think that it would be less to actually make those. But they gave us them dang duck trucks, and them things are ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous. They ugly. And I just don't like them. They're attention grabbers. They grab everybody's attention. I'm one of those mail ladies that like to get in and out. I don't want to catch your attention. I don't want to do none of that. Let me do what I need to do and get you your mail and go on about my business, okay? But people want to stop you. They want to talk about it. They want to, see inside of it. So I'm not really big on getting one. I have them on my routes. I am a T person, so I do have the newer vehicles on my routes, but I have been trading it off with other carriers that are more than willing to drive them. So, and they have AC in them, so it's gonna be a lot of people more than willing to drive them. But anyway, I left for a little while, y'all, because I had to focus. I needed to focus back on me. I needed to actually like get a handle on this. I told y'all I was I got myself into digital marketing, and in the very beginning I didn't take it serious. I was playing. And I told myself, if you really want to take this serious, the same way you take that job serious, you got to take digital marketing serious. That means you really have to be willing to learn and really be willing to actually get into this skill the way that you need to, so that way you can be successful. So I got myself into that skill. I have been really into that skill, y'all, and I'm just so happy, y'all, that I understand this stuff and I'm able to help other people now. Like, it got to a point where I didn't see it, y'all. I didn't see it. I was like, how? But I thought it was because all you had to do was just get online and consistently post. And that is not it, y'all. Consistently posting is not it. It's so much more to it than that. It's, I hear, and I ain't gonna lie, I have heard everything going on with the letter carriers, and some of the just different crafts. Getting online, shaking behind, showing off chests, and people would do anything when they need some money, right? They'll do anything when they need some money, y'all. They'll do anything. Myself personally, I was willing to learn a skill. I was willing to invest in myself. I got tired. I got sick and tired of trying the whole, post and see what happens. And You know, I didn't know what audience I was speaking to. I didn't know whose attention I should be grabbing. I didn't even know what I should be, you know, really getting on here talking about. I know that I like to talk about motivation. I knew that I like to inspire people. I knew that I wanted to show people that, you know, you don't have to just do this, that you can build yourself up, you can build your way out, but I needed to know how to do it. And so I, you know, purchased a course a while back. I purchased a few things, y'all. I mean, because when it comes down to investing in your education and investing in you going to the next level, you don't need to be cheap about that. You need to just go ahead and just do it. Do it, and I'm telling you, it's gonna make the world a difference. Because I have saved myself so much heartache, y'all, just by learning the skill. Okay, because once before, like I said, I thought it was just me getting on here shaking. I mean, not shaking. That's something y'all not gonna see me doing. But I thought it was just me getting on here, you know, posting a bunch of content. And I know a lot of other people are getting on here shaking tail and doing all this, right? Because they think that that's how they're going to grow on social media. And yes, that may give you a short-time growth. But after a while, people are going to get tired of seeing you shake your behind. People are going to get tired of you exposing your body just to get views. And they're going to say, I'm over it. I know for me, my baby came to me. She said, Mommy, is that the only thing that you do is show yourself working as a post lady? She said, Mama, you have so many things that you are good at, so many things that you can do. Why are you not bringing that to the table? She said, show people what you're good at. Talk to people about life. Do something. She was like, but I'm not trying to be funny, Mama, but you posting yourself working all day, that's getting kind of boring. And, you know, I take that. I took that from my daughter, because sometimes it takes them to tell us where we need to be. And we have to have a willingness to actually be able to learn, even from an infant. Because they can teach you something too. An animal can teach you something. But you have to be willing to learn. So, you know, I got myself into learning the skill and really getting into it, y'all. And I'm so happy I've been able to help so many people since I've been away. I've been building myself. I understand the process. I understand that, you know, to get on here is not to just get on here consistently, but to get on here and to build a brand for yourself, to build a name for yourself, to tell people what you want them to know about you. And so, you know, I'm seeing all these people getting on here doing what they're doing, but it's only because they're just trying to make some money. They don't understand what these platforms are here for. They don't understand that your social media platforms are here for you to tell billions, thousands, millions, billions of people across the world, across the nation, okay, across many nations, that you have something that they may be interested in, or that you want to help them with something. Me personally, I got tired of my 9-to-5 lifestyle. After getting injured, getting my hours cut back, and realizing that this place don't care for me as much as I thought they did, I said, there is no way that I'm going to continue on fighting for this when I know that it's all a part of the system. This is the way that they want it. Let me go off and create what I want. Because it's time out for living the way that they want you to live. Now you must live the way that you need to live. And like I said, you can get on there and shake your tail for short term, but that's not going to keep you. Look here. That tail ain't going to be able to shake no more later. Okay? That beautiful face that you have is not going to matter if you're not bringing anything to the table. If you're not trying to help somebody, if you're not trying to grow, if you're not trying to learn, it don't matter what you got. It's not going to be worth anything if you're not willing to put it to the test and help somebody with it. Y'all on here shaking y'all behinds, showing off your bodies and all this kind of stuff to get attention, because you don't have skills. You don't know what to do. And I've been telling y'all for the last year that you need to get yourself into a skill. Learn a skill. If you want to be on social media, the skill that you need to be learning is digital marketing. It's going to teach you everything you need to know to be online. And you're going to realize that you over here shaking your tail and your behind for no reason. If you're not promoting for a strip club, you're shaking your tail and you're behind for no reason. If you're not promoting it for your business, you're just shaking your tail for no reason. And look here, I'm going to tell y'all something. Content creators, I've seen them faithfully shaking their behind. And when they have children of their own, I start noticing all that starts to phase out. Because what people don't realize is what you put on this platform is going to stay on this platform. That's your name. That is your name. You are creating a name for yourself when you get on these platforms. I told y'all from the very beginning, it's all about modesty. Modesty is not just for women, it's for men too, guys. And the only reason why you're not showing modesty for yourself is because you don't know how to. You don't realize that there's skills that you already possess that can make you money, rather than you getting your behind on here, shaking your butt and your tail everywhere, thinking that that's going to get you paid. It's not going to get you paid. And if it does get you paid, just realize that, you know, Players Club they not continuing on no more either, right? The women up in there got old and frazzled and everything, y'all. Everything. You have to realize that you got to want more for yourself. Educate yourself to do something different. If you don't know how to do something, invest and learn how to do something new. But don't tell yourself that you don't know how to do it. Don't tell yourself that you don't know how to do it. And if you haven't become successful off of doing something, it's only because you haven't done it enough. If you are doing it and you feel like, you know what, this ain't working, it's only because you're trying to give up. Whatever you put your mind to and whatever you really, really believe in, it's going to work. But the only reason why it doesn't work is because you give up too easily and tell yourself that it's not possible. You tell yourself that you're too damn tired. It's a lot of people out here tired. Okay? Them same people that's tired is the same people that's on the street corner right now begging you for your money because they were tired. And they gave up on life because they didn't want to create anything for themselves. Don't give up on yourself without trying. And the real fact of the matter is, we know why people online doing what they doing. Because they're not getting paid enough to work where they are. So guess what? If social media is going to pay them, that's where they are. Okay? That's where they are. That's the reason why they own social media, y'all. Because they getting paid. You talking about, oh, everybody on social media is getting out of control. Yeah, it is getting out of control. But it's bad that social media is paying them more than the job that they're working is paying them. That's the bad part. That's the sad part that you don't want to talk about. Why don't we talk about that stuff? Okay? But ultimately, we can't blame the job. Because, see, I was so used to blaming the job, y'all. And I had to realize that it's really me. Because if I go to that job, nobody's forcing me to go. I go on my own terms, on my own will. And the reason why I go is because you don't feel confident enough to do it yourself. You don't feel confident to go out there by yourself and do it. So you had to go work for somebody else. Or maybe you weren't given the skills, you weren't given the knowledge, you didn't know how to do it. And so you had to go work for somebody else. And that's me, y'all. I didn't grow up around that knowledge of how to create your own business and do all this stuff. But I told myself there's no way that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do that too. Because I'm not going to let nothing stop me and tell me, give me a reason to say that that's the reason why I couldn't get it done. We have the ultimate willpower to make the things that we want in our life happen. If it's not happening, it's because we're not making it happen. I had to go after my dreams the same way I was going after everybody else's dreams. The same way I was serving other people, I had to sit down and serve myself. And you have to do the exact same thing. You really want to build? Learn a new skill. You want to be on social media? Learn digital marketing. That's a skill that you can learn in college. But guess what? There's courses out here that will teach you that exact same information. You don't have to go back to school. You can learn it on your own terms and actually learn how to be on these platforms the correct way. So now it's easy for us. We don't even got to go back to school. Because I know that's a lot of people's excuses too. Oh, I ain't got time to go back to school. I ain't going back to school. I'm tired. I don't want to go back to school. Because you're lazy. I know, y'all. I'm right there with y'all. I didn't want to go back to school either. But I still needed this knowledge. And I needed to retain it on my level whenever I could. So I got into a course. Teaching me everything I needed to know to be on these platforms. And then guess what? Now it's up to me to implement, to put things into action in order for it to work. So, yeah, we see them doing what they're doing. But instead of talking about them, how about we help them to build skills? How about we try to teach them how to do something different? See, monkey see, monkey do. Okay? So if they see you doing good, if they see you building, they see you succeeding, they see you doing something great and amazing and learning new skills and building yourself outside of this job, oh, people will follow you. And they will do the exact same thing. That's what a leader is. See, a leader is not the person that likes to go around telling everybody, oh, well, you doing this and you doing that. Everybody can point a flaw out. But can you help them fix the flaws that they have? Can you help them? My mother always told me, if you can't do nothing about it, keep your mouth shut. If you can't help somebody when they down, keep your mouth shut. I can help you. I can help you by encouraging you and motivating you and pushing you and telling you that, look here, it's time out for us depending on somebody else. We got to depend on ourselves. I can help you by teaching you the skills that you need. I'm not going to talk about you without having that solution. As leaders, we must lead and not follow. A follower sits back and says, oh, this person's doing this, and oh, you see what they did this, and you see what they did that, instead of, let me just do something great. Let me do something amazing, because I know that if I'm doing it, somebody else is going to follow me. And then I've done my job. When you're just talking about it, you're just spreading gossip. That's all you're doing, spreading gossip. But I'm not going to make this too long, y'all. I'm not going to make this too long. I know y'all like them short videos. But your girl is winded, okay? She is long-winded, so I will talk, okay? But I thank y'all for listening to me. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I needed that break, y'all. We all need a break. Don't let nobody tell you, that you won't fail if you don't take a break from social media. Sometimes you have to. But remember, social media is a way for you to tell people that you have something. So if you're taking a break from it to gain more knowledge about whatever it is that you want people to know that you have, then that's what you need to do. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you crazy for doing that. Every person that I know that is successful had to put themselves in that position. They had to actually learn. They had to take time to themselves. They had to separate themselves from the bunch so that way that they could be amazing. I separate myself from the bunch so that way that I could be great. So, yeah, I will be posting. More recently, I have some videos that I did create during that time. You guys will see those videos as well. I just didn't post them. But yeah, I'm so grateful that I got a chance to talk with you guys, got a chance to get that off my chest. Because really, hey, we're sharing our journey. We're sharing our journey. I'm sharing with you guys that you can build a way out of this mess. But it's going to come through you learning a new skill. It's going to come through you learning a new skill. Okay? It ain't going to come overnight. It's going to come with some hard work and some dedication and some being focused. But if you have the willingness to learn, then you have the willingness to earn. So I thank y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.